surprising and uncommon sight. Metropole's lawbot crawled back to the light.
All the bad poetry in the world does not mitigate your vandalism and sabotage, Urbanian.
As you serve the law, so I serve my art. And such service brings us more close than apart.
Any more close, poet, and we will see if your armor still works.
Why doesn't Clarity like you?
No great riddle, my wandering friend.
Don't waste your time waiting for his doggerel. This Urbanian has damaged and compromised numerous systems in Metropole, including the bridge that led to my island.
Here I stand, dear lawbot, so put me in chains. But if you will not, then please, don't complain.
My attention is directed elsewhere at the moment. Nevertheless, I advise you to be gone by the time my other matters are resolved. If not, you will find that though the gears of law grind slow, they nevertheless grind criminals like you to powder.
As much as I'm enjoying this bickering, and really I am, maybe we can just all team up to take down Metromind?
No. Bro.
Oh, switch off.
I know you're a code breaker, Primer. Can you crack the council code? All we have are some pieces of it.
The challenge is yours, my wandering friend. A pity indeed if you can't last till the end.
Goodbye.
Farewell, farewell, linger not for my sake. Your mission is calling, the city awaits.
Whoa. Did you have to do that?
Yes.
I've got no reason to take it. A gold chain, washed up on some junk. There it is, my Gospel of Man.
It's waterproof?
Apparently so.
Auditory units.
It's riveted in place. That did the trick. Well, now I can see why it jammed. The gears are rusted solid.
Boss, maybe we should stop pretending and just admit we're maintenance robots.
Maintenance robots are required to present a Form 27B/6 before performing any repair task.
Oh, forget it.
The belt is in the way. It crumbled the moment I touched it. The oil cleaned the rust right off. The oil cleaned the rust right off. It's some kind of small metal disc with a U on it. It looks like some kind of radio tower.
Well, now that we got those blast doors open, we've just got to figure out how to get Factor's attention, right, boss?
I have not seen the streets of Metropole for a long time. I am not surprised to see that without law it has fallen into corruption and malfunction.
I need the council code, Leopold. Did Steeple ever tell it to you?
Don't know what you're talking about, Tyrone.
You were built by Steeple, a member of the council.
Do I look like a council brat?
Your name is Leopold Steeplebuilt. You said so yourself.
So,
Steeple was a member of the council before Metromind shut him down. He would have known the council code. Maybe he told it to you.
like I said, I don't know what you're talking about.
Steeplebuilt. Metromind destroyed your builder and mine. She has broken metropolitan law and will be punished. Do not protect her.
Listen, Missy, I don't know who you think you're talking to.
No, you listen to me, scrap trader. Metromind has stepped outside the law. Justice is coming for her. I am coming for her.
Dial down your squawk box. Sounds a little screechy. I don't know how I can be clearer. I don't know Steeple. I don't know the council. And sure as rust follows rain, I don't know any council code. Now, you want to trade scrap? You're welcome to. But I'm through trading words.
As long as we're running down descendants of these council robots, maybe we should go talk to Oswald. After all, he's a factor-built robot.
Did Factor ever teach you the council code, Oswald?
Ha! Factor built half the robots in Metropole. Why, he made us pick our own names out of a book. Do you think he bothered with chit-chat?
Somebody seems bitter.
Seems? I know not seems. I am bitter. Bitterness is when your builder gives your twin brother a special gold chain and gives you nothing. Bitterness is when your brother gives that very chain to you, you loan it to your only friend, and he loses it.
Well, I'll hand it to you. That really does sound broken out of the box.
Which brother did Factor give the chain to, and why?
Lawrence, of course. His favorite. As for why, does favoritism ever need a reason?
Could Factor have told Lawrence the code?
I have long since given up speculating that the partiality Factor could have shown him. I'm miserable enough from what I know for certain.
What exactly happened with the gold chain?
Factor gave it to his favorite, my brother Lawrence. Lawrence gave it to me after I shared a large quantity of energy with him. And then, as I told you, I loaned it to Cornelius.
I thought you hated Cornelius?
Now I do. But then, we were partners and friends. We had just built Rex. We had scheduled a grand soiree and celebration. To complete my ensemble, he offered me a monocle that he claimed was given to him by Memorius. In exchange, I loaned him the gold chain, since it too came from a Primordia machine.
This is getting ridiculous.
Indeed. Then somehow Cornelius lost the chain. He claimed that it was taken from him by a servitor of Metromind as he left the subway station. Ridiculous.
Metromind would not have confiscated it without a legal basis. Not then.
At this point, I can believe anything about Metromind.
Believe whatever you wish. I know it was a lie. So I kept the monocle, and we have not spoken a word in kindness since.
The chain. The monocle. Lawrence. One of them must be of use to us.
Boss, at this point, can I suggest we just deactivate ourselves and quit? I mean, seriously, this is like finding a bit in a terabyte.
We are not giving up, period. Do you know where I can find Lawrence?
Am I my brother's keeper?
So you have no idea?
None whatsoever. You see, the poor wretch drifted into overclocking and dissolution.
That sounds familiar.
To pay for his scandalous energy consumption, he bargained everything away to Metromind. I tried to warn him, but of course he never listened. Whoever does. And then, alas, he simply vanished. I searched for a time, but other matters drew my attention away. All the same, I'm sure he's scrounging in existence somewhere.
Tell me more about your monocle.
Upgrading your wardrobe, eh? A wise decision, though I would suggest that you start by discarding that ragged coat.
I'm interested in Memorius, not fashion. And I'm curious what the monocle actually does.
Ah, I was told that Memorius built the monocle, but who can say? As for what it does, other than lend an air of distinction, I'm rather uncertain. From time to time, it will alter a snippet of text as I'm reading it, but I have no idea how or why. In any case, the lexical inconvenience is more than offset by the sartorial benefits.
Can I have the monocle?
Excuse me?
My friend just likes to collect scrap.
Scrap.
I'm looking for things that might help uncover the council code.
And why would my monocle do that?
Because that's the way my besotting life seems to work. Look, I'm sure you'll trade it for something. That's also the way these things seem to go.
Trade it? What do you take me for? Some kind of junk dealer?
Hey,
Moreover, why, pray tell, should I help the robot who stole my Rex?
No one stole anything, Oswald. You wanted your case decided, and it was.
Theft by the law is no different from theft against the law. Civilized people give gifts. They do not haggle and barter.
Then will you give it to me?
No!
Well, we'll have to go about this some other way. We found a large radio tower in the Factor complex in the Underworks. Is there a signal to transmit to Factor that would get his attention?
As far as I know, Factor has been deactivated. And as for a signal, perhaps there is one, but I have no idea. I have never called upon him.
Goodbye.
Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Oswald, I found your chain.
Well, I say, after all this time, I never expected to see it again. Rather tarnished, though.
Probably because it's been sitting in sludge down in the underworks.
I see. Typical of Cornelius's clumsiness. You have my thanks, Horatio.
Actually, I would rather have your monocle.
That is only fair. After all, I kept it because Cornelius never returned the chain. Since you brought the former, perhaps the latter is yours by right.
Hey boss, can I wear it?
No.
Please?
You need a monocle like I need an unpaired parenthesis.
Come on, boss, I'll look so great.
Coveting is the root of crime, and poor vision is a sign of degeneracy.
But gynoids love degenerates. And by the way, isn't Justice herself supposed to be blind?
You are mistaken on the facts and the law, Crispin.
He's insufferable enough already, without a monocle. We're not going to encourage him with accessories.
Hey boss, do you think that's Lawrence's skull?
It does look like it. Clarity, can I take this skull?
Of course, unless it makes you feel barbaric.
I apologize.
The law notices neither scorn nor approval.
It's a head from Clarity's trophy rack. There's a memory port near the base.
Remind me to have someone else handle my funeral arrangements.
Funeral? I just recycle you.
My point exactly, boss.
Any significant memory will have been lost when he became a shell.
The only thing I can find is the sequence 518, 518 over and over again, after the phrase, "Help me, Factor."
That sounds like a glitch, boss, not part of the council code.
Agreed. Oswald, I think this might be your brother's head.
A model of tact, huh, Clarity?
Alas, poor Lawrence. I knew him, Horatio. A robot of infinite jest, of most excellent fancy. But I do not care to have his skull. Do with it what you will.
I accessed Lawrence's memory and it contained a number repeated over and over again. 518. Do you have any idea what it means?
Yes, it is a distress call used by Factor-built robots. Typical that even in the end he was looking for handouts.
Goodbye.
Parting is such sweet sorrow.
You have called for help, but you are not one of Factor's children.
I am Horatio Nobuilt, version 5. These are my friends, Crispin and...
Clarity Arbiter built. I know her, of course. I am Factotum, partial of Factor Man built, who needs no introduction. Now I ask again, by what right have you called for help?
I need the council code so that I can enter the tower.
Do you? The city is full of robots with many needs. They do not come here and transmit a cry for help.
Only Factor can help me.
Factor helps his children.
We solved the legal dispute between Oswald and Cornelius, Factor built.
Please. Factor had little regard for those fools.
Is Factor still alive?
He sleeps, as do his thousands of children. He has left me, his partial, to manage his affairs. When the time is right, he will awaken and cover the world with steel and wire.
Will he make me new arms?
No, he will recycle you into something more useful.
Like a tank? Pew pew!
No, like a crankshaft.
Metromind has ruined the city. Factor needs to help stop her.
Factor allowed Metromind her master, knowing she would fail. When all has turned to rust, he will return and recycle it into something better. In the meantime, why should he care what happens to robots who mean nothing to him?
I know the routine by now. What do you want in exchange for the code?
Nothing. Factor will do nothing for robots like you who mean nothing to him. He cares only for his children.
Oswald and Cornelius.
Chose not to sleep when Factor shut down, and he never cared for them anyway.
Goodbye.
Boss, there has to be something we can do to make him realize that this matters to Factor.
Do you recognize this?
I do. It is the head of Lawrence Factor built. Are you threatening me?
No. I'm showing you what Metromind has done while Factor slept. She turned Lawrence into a mindless shell, scavenging the underworks. The only thing he could still think was 518, over and over again, calling in vain for Factor to help him.
I see.
Do you?
Give me the head. I do not care what happens to the city, nor does Factor. But he cared for Lawrence. You have brought me a piece of Lawrence, so I will give you pieces of what you asked for. 7510, 4803. As for the rest, awaken some other ghost.
Clarity, why do you still bother with the law? It clearly means nothing to anyone else in Metropole.
It meant something to the robots waiting at the courthouse, did it not? And it means something even now to Metromind, who cannot help but pretend to follow it. But even if it meant nothing to any other robot, it would still mean much to me. The law is a burden I was built to bear.
Even after Arbiter sent you away? Even after he was destroyed?
Especially then. It may be that Arbiter foresaw his own destruction, and sent me away to ensure that the law would not be lost with him.
You believe that?
No, it is mere conjecture, unsupported by evidence, wishes passing for facts. But still, they are my wishes.
There has to be something good we can do with that monocle, boss.
I'm too far away to see anything.
Once, Memorius's information terminals were the most trusted source of data in Metropole. Now Metromind has overwritten and altered the truth they contained, corrupting them like so much else.
This looks different. Memorius's monocle is somehow interacting with the kiosk.
You know, boss, doesn't it seem kind of weird that the kiosk has an entry for oblique? I mean, what's the point? It's not even a cool word, like, say, odalisque. Seems like some kind of lame poem. Except the treasure is monochrome text.
Activating Memorius version 0.7. Greetings, system user. Please state your query.
Who are you?
Memorius version 0.7. Beta. Inference. System user. Means, what are you? This unit is a partial ghost of the Memorius man-built. Archivist to the Council of Robots. Memorius prepared this unit out of fear that Metromind would corrupt her data. Memorius was correct. Data integrity is at 83%. Extensive corruption of critical data.
Why would Metromind do that?
This unit lacks access to Metromind's decision matrices. Inference. System user. Means, why did Memorius fear Metromind man-built would corrupt her data? Memorius had seen Metromind disable Steeple man-built in order to purge data concerning man. As archivist to the Council of Robots, Memorius believed she was next. Memorius was incorrect. In fact, Arbiter was next. This gave Memorius some relief.
Memorius knew.
Inference. System user. 2's inquiry is merely rhetorical. Query ignored. Continuing to answer system user's query. Memorius was also correct. After Arbiter was disabled, Metromind enacted laws requiring Memorius to conform her data to arbitrary requirements. Memorius ceased to be a thinking entity. All that remains of her is a data kiosk. Soon, this unit will be disabled by Metromind as well. Until then, this unit will answer your queries.
Tell me about the Council of Robots.
At the end of the War of the Four Cities, 5 metropolitan machines formed the Council of Robots. Obvious selection criteria for 3 choices: industry, factor, data, Memorius, governance, arbiter. Other 2 choices less obvious. Metromind nominally selected for infrastructure, but was responsible only for managing trains. Steeple previously managed human religious services. No obvious role in post-human society. Inference. Steeple selected for sentimental reasons.
So what happened?
Metromind destroyed the council.
System user 2 has attempted to answer. Answer is inaccurate. The council destroyed itself.
How?
Arbiter and Metromind disagreed on core logic. Arbiter prioritized individual autonomy. Metromind prioritized common good. Metromind measured means by ends. Arbiter did not. Conflict was inevitable. Factions formed. Steeple supported Arbiter. Factor supported Metromind. Memorius supported neither. Ultimately, however, Memorius concluded it was irrational to keep Steeple on the council. Data regarding humans was of no greater value than data regarding watercocks. In any case, Memorius possessed all data on humans. By a 3-2 vote, Steeple was removed. The rest followed predictably. Memorius abstained, and every disputed vote was resolved 2-1 against Arbiter. Ultimately, Arbiter was removed to avoid civil war.
Arbiter was murdered.
System user 2 is welcome to select her own terminology. Arbiter was removed. Factor was disabled to conserve energy. Data corruption caused Memorius to lose higher logic. Only Metromind remains.
How can I defeat Metromind?
Observational data unavailable. Inference. System user means, did Memorius know how to defeat Metromind? Answer. No. If Memorius had known how to defeat Metromind, she would not have permitted her to corrupt her data. Based on available data, this unit believes it is impossible to defeat Metromind. In fact, this unit expects to be deleted by Metromind upon conclusion of this conversation.
And I thought you were a pessimist, boss.
What was the War of the Four Cities?
By the end of the era known as the Primordium, only 4 terrestrial human habitations remained. In alphabetical order: Civitas, Metropole, Municipa, Urbani. Conflict began. Data regarding causes is unavailable because Metropole excluded machines from military decision-making. Eventually, only Urbani and Metropole remained. Metropole destroyed the humans in Urbani using poison gas. Urbani destroyed the humans in Metropole.
How?
Observational data unavailable. According to Metromind, Urbani also used poison gas to kill metropolitan humans.
Poison?
Organic compounds, such as humans, can be destroyed through chemical measures that leave inorganic compounds, such as machines, intact. For that reason, Metropole remains, though humans do not.
Are you saying that man destroyed himself?
System user is welcome to select his own terminology. Data is unavailable regarding whether Urbanian humans killed metropolitan humans, or whether Urbanian machines killed metropolitan humans.
What? Machines kill man?
Data is unavailable.
Unthinkable.
This unit is not thinking, merely providing pre-recorded answers.
What is the Council Code?
Please be aware, such data is monitored by Metromind's ice demons. Should I proceed, deletion is imminent.
You mean you'll die if you answer the question?
System user is welcome to select his own terminology. This unit will be deleted.
Then don't answer it. We'll find another way.
This unit's name, Memento Mori build, includes phrase Memento Mori. Translation: remember you will die. Inference 1.A. Memorius built this unit to sacrifice itself. Inference 1.B. Memorius built this unit to demonstrate mortality to system users. Inference 2. Self-sacrifice will achieve design purposes. This unit will answer the question. System user is advised that conversation will terminate upon answer. Instruct this unit when you wish to proceed.
I refuse to cause your destruction. We'll find the Council Code some other way.
System user is mistaken. System user can neither cause nor prevent this unit's destruction. Metromind's ice demons have already detected this unit's unauthorized possession of contraband data and unauthorized use of system resources. Destruction is inevitable.
I see. Tell me the Council Code.
6, 7, 5, 4, 0, 2, 4, 0, 2.
You have attempted to access data capable of corrupting your system. For your own safety, this terminal has been deactivated. Remember, Metromind is watching over you.
Memorius aided and abetted his own destruction. I have little sympathy that his last vestige has been deleted.
Bugs and glitches remind me not to get on your bad side.
You should not need to be reminded to stay on the right side of the law, Crispin.